Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us today to find out how you could be an apprentice at MI5, MI6 or GCHQ. It's unusual to hear from 3 different organisations at once, but that's us. We're unusual, a bit different, unexpected. We've got 3 different identities, 3 different remits, but one mission: to keep everyone in the UK and overseas safe. That's where you come in. We need all sorts of people to join us in all sorts of roles. We're not after lots of experience or expertise. We're after your potential, your drive, passion, integrity, perspective, and curiosity. Ready for a meaningful career? We thought so. You're probably wondering, who are we exactly? We're MI5, MI6 and GCHQ, and we all share the same goal: to keep the UK safe. It takes everyone in each agency to help protect everyone in the UK, by using our specialist skills and working together to counter threats, prevent danger and protect the country. So, what's the difference between each agency? What is their main focus? MI5 is responsible for the domestic security of the UK. They gather intelligence within the country and help to identify and counter threats to the UK from terrorism, cyber attacks and espionage. MI6 works overseas to make the UK a safer and more prosperous place by staying one step ahead of our adversaries and working with foreign partners, combating international terrorism and weapons proliferation, and to help support global stability. And GCHQ is focused on all things tech and cyber. They pioneer a new kind of security by developing technologies that can access, analyse and disrupt threats to the UK, both in the real world and online. So, why do an apprenticeship with us? You can start work straight away without building up any uni debt. You'll gain qualifications on your apprenticeship. You won't need years of experience in the field to get in, and you don't have to be a certain type of person to work here. We're looking for people who are motivated and willing to learn, and just by watching this presentation, you're showing that interest. A day in the life.
I'm usually up and out by about 7:45, which is a bit later than my housemates. It helps me to avoid the queue for the shower and gives me an extra 5 minutes sleep. These things make all the difference. I stick a podcast on while I'm on the tube or just listen to some music. It's quite nice to have some me time before the day gets started. And once I'm in work, I grab some porridge from our canteen or a bacon sandwich if I feel like a treat. As an apprentice, my week varies between learning days and working days. For me, it's the perfect balance of knowing what's coming up while still having a bit of variety. It keeps things interesting and fresh. On my working days, I shadow different teams and learn all the practical skills I need. I can't say too much about what I do, but I can tell you that I'm working on projects to turn my ideas into tools for the intelligence officers and data analysts here. All apprentices get stuck in. We're valued as much as anyone else. I get to grips with lots of different tech and try to push the boundaries. There's a really big focus on innovation. We get involved with development challenges, and it's exciting to try and do something no one else has. I usually have a quick break and some sort of caffeine hit at around 11 a.m. At this point, the team I'm shadowing check in with me and make sure I'm doing okay. Everyone's so friendly. You really feel like there's no such thing as a silly question. At lunchtime, I sometimes go for a run with the other apprentices. It's nice to have the time to get some fresh air by the river. I'm catching up with some of my induction cohort today and finding out how they're settling in too. It's good to know I'm not the only one finding my feet settling in, especially as we can't talk to our family about what we're working on. After lunch, I brush up on the techniques I've learned and run through all my findings with someone in the team. I normally have a chat with my line manager about how I'm getting on. It's a good chance to think about what I've learned and how I can push myself. And just like that, the day's done. At 5 p.m, a few of us usually head out for an hour or so. There's so much to do around here. Museum lates, crazy golf, secret cinemas, you name it, we've done it. Or we're getting round to it. But more often than not, we end up grabbing some food. Everyone in the team always comes up with a new place to try, so it would be rude not to. It's really strange to think I only finished my A-levels not that long ago. I never imagined that I could go on to do this sort of work. It's so meaningful. You really feel like you're doing some good. And I'm learning the whole time and making such good friends along the way. It's such a win-win.
Apprenticeships we offer and what you need. Now you're probably wondering what apprenticeships we have to offer. Well, we have 4 apprenticeships and you'll work very closely with our whole intelligence community, no matter which agency you join. The first apprenticeship is software engineering, with places available in both central London and Manchester. You'll need 3 A-levels, one of them being in a science, technology, engineering or maths subject, otherwise known as STEM subjects. Also, you'll need GCSEs in English and maths at grade C or 4 or higher. If you don't have GCSEs, we accept equivalent functional skills at level 2 and higher. On this software engineering apprenticeship, you earn a competitive salary for the area you're in and gain a 3-year Bachelor of Science degree, all whilst working on real-world software engineering challenges and applying your skills as you learn. The second apprenticeship we offer is the Cyber Apprenticeship, which is a Level 4 apprentice programme. It runs for 18 months in central London, and to join you'll need a Maths and English GCSE along with 112 UCAS points. You'll have access to state-of-the-art facilities all while you earn your qualification. The third apprenticeship is Infrastructure Engineering, with places available in central London. You'll need 3 A-levels, with at least 2 of them at grade B or higher and 1 of them at grade C or higher. 2 of the A-levels must also be in a STEM subject, and an ITIL foundation would be great, but is not essential. On an infrastructure engineering apprenticeship, again you'd earn a competitive salary for the area and gain a Level 4 apprenticeship qualification. And lastly, we have our Cyber First Degree Apprenticeship based at GCHQ in Cheltenham. Here, you'll need A-level exam predictions or have attained grades at BBC or higher, or grades equivalent to 112 UCAS points. On the Cyber First Apprenticeship, you'll get a degree qualification and a competitive salary for the area, as well as being able to get stuck into cutting-edge tech that most people have never seen before. Hear from a real apprentice. We asked one of our infrastructure apprentices a few questions about their application process and what their apprenticeship is like, and this is what he said.
I applied for the infrastructure apprenticeship with an open mind and was just willing to learn a bit more in the STEM subject. The applications and vetting process is very thorough because of the nature of the work here, but we're also given newsletters and access to online learning materials in this time, which I really enjoyed. The role is a mixture of college-based learning and working, but I'm earning my salary the whole time. The team I'm in is really supportive and is a real mixture of people from a variety of backgrounds, and I get to work with some world-leading experts. They help you to apply everything you've learned to real-world situations. They help to keep the country safe. Even though I'm an apprentice, I'm always encouraged to put my ideas forward and look at problems in unusual ways. We have to build a portfolio to evidence the work we do, so this new way of thinking really helps me to document everything. There are loads of opportunities for career progression too, and my line manager's been great with getting me lots of training, so that I'm confident when I apply for a promotion next year.
So, what can you expect from us? Well, you'll be met with really friendly people and not just a collaborative, but an inclusive environment. We have lots of clubs across the intelligence agencies, so there's always something to chat about with each other. We have a great work-life balance because the nature of our work means we always try to keep work and home separate. You'll have lots of support to help with your learning, but also in other ways, from flexible working to pairing you up with a buddy and our open approach to mental health. We do our best to look after your well-being. There are plenty of opportunities for progression, including gaining qualifications and applying for roles after your apprenticeship. And your development is formed by a wide range of training to help you with softer skills as well as professional skills related to your role. How to apply. So, now that you've found out about the apprenticeships, how do you apply for them? There are a few steps which check you're able to apply for us and that we're the right fit for you. In the pre-eligibility check, we'll simply ask a few questions and check you meet our requirements. If you do, we'll give you a link to create an account. In your initial application, we'll just take some contact details and let you know the relevant requirements of the role. In the next stage, you'll either take an online test and fill out an application form or go straight to the form, depending on the role. If successful, you'll go through to the assessment stage. Here, you'll be asked to either take a test, attend an interview, or an assessment centre, which could be online or at one of our recruitment offices. Your final interview or interviews give us a chance to find out about your motivations and for you to ask us any questions. Remember those initial checks we mentioned? This is the stage where that happens. Vetting is thorough, but it's a necessary step we all go through. We know it may seem a daunting process to go through, but we will support you all the way through and keep you updated as you go through the process with an experienced and dedicated vetting officer. And once you've passed the vetting, you're in. When to apply? We usually recruit in the autumn, but keep an eye out throughout the year as more opportunities may pop up. It might be hard to imagine working at an intelligence agency without much experience, but remember, we're asking for people willing to learn and that have an interest in what we do. People just like you. So with that in mind, we just say, be yourself, be honest. Think about why you might want to work for us. Look at our websites to get a little bit more information. Believe in yourself. And any experience you have from school, college, your life, part-time job, and even hobbies can be relevant. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We hope that you found it helpful and we hope to hear from you soon. To find out more information, visit the MI5, MI6 or GCHQ websites. The URLs are on the screen now.